City News on TV Rotorua is proudly brought to you by Trade Central.
Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News. Mayor Chadwick accepts the trophy for the Redwoods Whakarewarewa Forest, being voted as New Zealand's favourite place to cycle. Recent changes to the family court has prompted 2 family lawyers to make a film that will assist families going to court. And Ferry Springs and Fenton Street McDonald's chains are the second and third national franchises to launch Create Your Taste, a new gourmet burger and table service option. New Zealanders were asked to identify, share and celebrate their favourite place to cycle across 4 categories, with the Redwoods Whakarewarewa Forest winning the most favourite off-road adventure ride and the esteemed overall title of New Zealand's favourite place to cycle. Dougal List, National Cycling Manager for the New Zealand Transport Agency, presented a trophy to Mayor Chadwick yesterday, who accepted the award on behalf of Rotorua. Recent changes to the family court has prompted 2 family lawyers to make a film that will assist families who are going to court. University of Waikato Law alumni Tanya Williams-Blythe and Kiriana Tan from Rotorua and Hamilton worked with recently retired family court judge John Adams to script the 2 films, one in Māori, the other in English, to produce without a lawyer in family court. The new rule changes restrict the use of lawyers at early stages of a case, an issue that concerned Ms Williams-Blythe and Ms Tan and prompted them to make the film.
But the change in that respect is that you must be self-represented. You cannot use a lawyer in court. So for many of our families, they will need to know, what do you do? What is the judge looking for? How do I dress? What do I say? Those types of things.
McDonald's Ferry Springs launched an exciting new concept this week and is the second store regionally to offer Rotorua locals and visitors the chance to experience table service and gourmet burgers with up to 25 million combinations. Create Your Taste is a new way of dining for McDonald's where customers can design their own burgers using a touchscreen machine. The new dining experience has also provided 40 new jobs in Rotorua, with the Fenton Street store also offering the new dining option. 25 new staff were hired at Fenton Street restaurant and another 15 at Ferry Springs, with the potential for more job opportunities across the 2 restaurants. In sport tonight, there has been a change in format to local rugby league, which sees the Coastline and Bay of Plenty district leagues agreeing to play in a combined inter-district competition for 2015 and beyond. The competition will be administered by Upper Central Zone. Premiers and Premier Reserves Division 1 will have 6 clubs competing in Bay of Plenty Coastline Premier and Reserve grade in 2015, with local teams Pikiao Warriors and Nongataha Chiefs making the division. In the second round this Saturday, Pikiao take on Mangakiko at Puketewhero Park and Nongataha play Otu Moitai in Tauranga. To your weather update now. Tonight, westerlies with an overnight low of 9. And we'll have a full forecast of the weekend's weather coming up after City News. Thanks to Met Service, you can access all your weather information you need at metservice.com. And for program listings or to watch City News again, visit our website tvrotorua.co.nz. Still to come in City News tonight, we speak with the neighbour in our community, we find out about the Self-Reliance Club Book Fair, and Deputy Mayor Dave Donaldson tells us about the Economic Forum.
Kia ora Rotorua, thank you, welcome back. It's always good to see you. Now I'm going to introduce you to our neighbour in our community for April, but bear in mind that I have to speak a little bit slower than usual because Alberto Trosto here, sitting next to me from Chile, is pretty good with English, but does need a little bit of a hand, so I'm going to do that. Welcome to New Zealand, Alberto.
Iorana, kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
What brings you to New Zealand?
I have a scholarship from my government and travel to study tourism here.
That's very cool. So you had a tourism scholarship and you ended up with it.
Yeah. I work in tourism for 20 years in my country with mainly foreign passenger, foreign tourists, and then I feel I need more knowledge. I have some question, and so in New Zealand I can find the answer this important question for me.
So what was that important question?
Maybe what is the secret of the success? Everybody knows that the tourism industry in New Zealand is very important. It's growing so fast, and we are more people, probably 3 times more than New Zealand, with more resources, but our tourism industry grow so slow. And then what is the difference? What is the secret in New Zealand? And not learn here about this answer, that answer, and apply in my country in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you think you've seen the secret? What is it that you've seen from New Zealand with first impressions? What do you love about the place?
I think there are 2 or 3 important facts here. One is the associativity, the strong leadership from the government. I can feel here, I can see in any activities or here in Rotorua and in all New Zealand. And the other is the people or the industry believe in the business, believe in the service quality. And I think that is the difference.
So the difference is that the strength comes from the people?
Obviously, definitely. Yeah. I saw people, wonderful people, with passion or love for their job, and then it's always smiling. I told you recently, always smiling, always talking with people and other people, and then I think this is the difference.
Okay, this is the difference. Individual people having passion for their individual jobs. So talk to me about Chile. What part of Chile did you come from?
I came from the Central Valley of Chile in probably a small rural city, but three times with 100,000 people population, and a rural city with a lot of attractions, with great potential in tourism. Friendly people too, very with roots in the land. Yes, it's different because Chile has big cities, as other big cities in South America, Buenos Aires. I'm talking about the Santiago city capital with 5 million, around 6 million in population. It's totally different from the small rural cities or small cities in other parts of Chile.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Alberto. It's lovely to meet you, and I'm looking forward to the Rotorua community meeting you. So there you have it, Rotorua. Come here, Alberto, on the 24th of this month, so that's a Friday, at about 12 o'clock at the Arts Village, where he's going to talk about the geographical significance of Chile and how that's affected his country. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
A big happy birthday to Lions International Rotorua Sulphur City Club, who has a new premises down here at the Tēnai Shopping Centre. I'm joined now by President Gail and Vice President Judy, who are here to talk to us about some new and exciting things that they do in our community and an upcoming event. Thank you very much for having us, ladies.
Thank you
for having us.
No worry. Gail, can I please start with you? Can you give us a background of the club and how long it's been in action?
This is the 23rd year of the charter anniversary for Sulphur City Lions. It was in April. We've just celebrated that on our business session last week. And we have currently 31 members, and of course always most acceptable to have new members that join us.
Absolutely. So what type of people come to be a part of a Lions organisation? What motivates them? Why are they here?
I think people that are wanting to do something for the community and have the companionship of other people, and be able to do things with those people to enjoy their participation as well.
How many members have you currently got?
We've currently got 31 members.
31 members. And how long does a presidential year last?
1 year.
1 year.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
Lovely. So now we've come to Judy. Judy, you're the upcoming president for the club. When did you start?
I started around about 8 years ago, and the reason I joined was because I had sort of partially retired, and it was camaraderie and sort of coming back into, making up new friendships really, because once you leave work you find that you lose contact with people, and of course it's a women's club. So, so that was and doing things for the community.
And doing things for the community. I really like that because I'm quite community-minded myself. So let's talk to you about your new premises. How was it that you've come to be down here at the Tēnai Shopping Centre?
Well,
one of our members used to work for the post office, and she said that there was premises here that had been vacant for quite a number of years, or number of months, and so she approached down at the Foursquare. I think his name is VJ Singh, I think. Yes, and the other premises is Pierce. So we approached them, and they said that we could have the premises.
Oh, very nice. Isn't that very kindly? So not only are you giving back to the community, but the community seems to be giving back to you. So you've got some upcoming events. What sort of events do you do within our community, and who do you donate to?
Well, the donations, there's a number of them actually. If I could just read out just a few of them for you. We've supplied a new stretcher for the St John Ambulance, night vision glasses for the rescue helicopter, heart walker for a young Rotorua girl, surveillance camera for the Rotorua inner city area, McDonald House, and bikes for the children at the Princess of Wales Health Camp, and also playground equipment for the Wairakei Polytech, the adults with young children.
That is fantastic. Now you can't do that without running events or running stalls, so what have you got coming up?
We've got coming up, we've just finished our candy floss. We supply candy floss to schools, and also we've also do a lot of projects in the community that we don't actually raise money for, like the blood bank, the puppy appeal. I can't think of any more. No.
That's okay. But you've got one definitely coming up. I see a big pile of books just here in front of us. So please tell us what the pile of books are for.
Well, this is for our upcoming book fair for the marathon weekend, which is on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd over 3 days. We've been collecting books. We had a big stock left over from last year, which was good, and any of the donations will be much appreciated. And also we've spent quite a few hours here doing dotting the books with prices, and sorting, finding tables and trestles, begging and borrowing so as we can. And we've got quite a few different categories. We've got mostly novels, but we've got books on craft, sewing, knitting, financial, self-help.
And so for anyone out there in our community that would perhaps got some goods to offer, got some funds to give or some books to donate to your cause, or even maybe they want to be a part of the Lions, how would they contact you?
They could contact me on, that's Gail, on 3459 019, or Maureen on 3459 299, or I may be contacted on email, which is gaildougherty, DOUGHTY, @gmail.com. So you can be contacted on either of those numbers or on that email address. We'll get somebody to return the call, etc.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, ladies, and thank you very much for all that you do in our beautiful community. So Rotorua out there, if you're looking to do something new, if you're looking to do something different, or just simply pay it forwards, come see the ladies down here at the Tinai Shopping Centre, and the signs behind me, it says Lions International, Rotorua Sulphur City. Kia ora. Kia ora Rotorua, thank you very much for joining me here at the Rotorua Lakes Council. Dave Donaldson next to me, who's a familiar face, and you probably would have seen him around Crankworks as well, has the portfolio lead for the economic growth of our city. Is that correct, Dave?
That's correct, Mel. Yeah.
Okay. So something has just happened recently and you've just come brand new out of a meeting, a forum. Can you tell us what that is?
Yes, so yesterday at the Energy Event Centre we held the first, or the inaugural Business Leaders Forum for Rotorua business leaders since the 2013 election, when we subsequently went out through a series of workshops into the public to develop the Rotorua Vision 2030. And two of the key goals in that were around economic growth and employment opportunities. And there is also a 2016 priority of this council to grow our economy. So hence the economic growth portfolio, which I'm the lead councillor for, supported by Councillor Peter Bentley. So we held a forum yesterday to get ideas and direction from our business leaders on where the future economic growth opportunities for Rotorua lay, and just do a bit of a stock take on where we had come since the establishment of our economic growth CCO, Grow Rotorua Limited, who were set up for a period of 3 years. Now Council's looking to roll over their tenure for another year in this LTP, but in 2015 we will complete a review of Grow Rotorua Limited and decide on its future.
And so where did this concept come from?
It came from the economic growth portfolio within Council. So our strategy team, our CEs of Destination Rotorua, Grow Rotorua and the airport, working along with the strategy team and Councillor Bentley and myself.
Is that something that councils usually do, or is this quite a new initiative?
No, it's something that we do. For example, Destination Rotorua regularly have tourism industry forums to update the tourism providers, tourism and hospitality providers on where the industry is at, where trends are, where opportunities lie. And so this is something along the same lines for the business community, who include a good number of those involved in tourism and hospitality.
Oh, I can imagine.
Our biggest employer, in fact.
Now, you said business leaders, but let's talk about those just entering into business, because obviously if you're looking for trends start all the time. So how does this include those who are just new coming into business?
Well, attending the forum, we had the I guess leaders of the Chamber of Commerce and also Rotorua X, who are both involved in business startups, business coaching, business mentoring, and so they represent that sector. And we had a series of presentations followed by a series of 3 different workshops to, I guess, get a sense of where we should go to next.
Okay, so what are some of the outcomes? What have you found out?
Well, I think we have a mandate for council to set up a steering group under the economic growth portfolio, so a steering group to continue the collaboration between council, who have a role in facilitating and enabling business, and the business sector in growing our economy. So we've got a mandate to go ahead, form that steering committee, and then develop up a strategy.
All right. So if you are, sorry, I'll go back to new businesses, but if you are a new business, is it then ideal for you to join one of the organisations like Generation X or the
Rotorua
Chamber,
X,
Rotorua X or Chamber of Commerce?
I would recommend both of those. And look, a startling effect emerged in one of the workshops that I attended, which was looking at how we, or where the skills shortage lies. So there's a perception out there by a number of businesses that we have a skills shortage in our workforce in Rotorua. But one of the startling facts was that a recent survey by the Chamber of Commerce showed that I think it was approximately, and don't quote me on the actual percentage, but out of approximately 90 businesses surveyed, only about a third of those actually had a vision and a mission and had engaged in any sort of planning in what their business model was.
Thank you very much for your time, Dave. It's always a pleasure to catch up with you, and it's good to know that we have the Future Leaders Forum looking after the economic growth, in conjunction with you, of course, of our city. There you have it, Rotorua. So we're going to come back to Dave more often in the future just to see how well the economic growth of our city is doing. Kia ora.
That was Deputy Mayor Dave Donaldson speaking with Melanie Groves. Thanks for joining us tonight. From all the team here at City News, for Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
City News on TV Rotorua was proudly brought to you by Trade Central.